All right, guys, welcome to Isaiah 58. So hopefully you saw morning devotion. It is, I have a community strike on my other channel, but I'm not going to let that slow me down. I'm going to post on this channel. And so if you guys see this, go back and let the people know there if you have a chance, because I can't comment over there, that I'm over here. And so that way they can come over here and still see the content. What I'm going to do is I'm going to develop here next couple of days, because I got a week suspension. I'm going to develop this channel up so it has the things that we need, so you can easily come to this and be able to access it. And I'll make the adjustments as we go. So after the week is over, I'll take these videos, I'll move them over there or whatever. And we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep moving. Isaiah 58, fasting that pleases God. This might be interesting for a lot of people. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Tell my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and did not forsake the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching God. Why have we fasted, they say, and you have not seen? Why have we afflicted our souls, and you take no notice? In fact, in the day of your fast you find pleasure, and exploit all your laborers. Indeed, you fast for strife and debate, and to strike with the fist of wickedness. You will not fast as you do this day, to make your voice heard on high. It is a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul. It is to bow down his head like a bulrush, and to spread out sackcloth and ashes. Would you call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord? Is this not the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke. Does that not sound familiar? Do you remember Jesus? That was said about Jesus too. Yeah, it was said about Jesus too. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and that you bring to your house the poor who were cast out? When you see the naked, that you cover him, and hide not yourself from your own flesh? Then your light shall break forth like the morning, your healing shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he will say, Here I am. If you take away the yoke from your midst, the pointing of the finger and speaking wickedness, if you extend your soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then your light shall dawn in the darkness, and your darkness shall be as noonday. So you see what he's talking about here? What's the real fasting that pleases God? Changing. Changing what you're doing. It's not about skipping meals and things like that. It's a spiritual thing. Much more effective than just physical fasting. Physical fasting is good, but this is better. Because what good is the physical fasting if you're not doing it in the spirit as well? Verse 11, the Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your soul in drought and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden and like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. Those from among you shall build the old waste places. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations, and you shall be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure, nor speaking your own words, then you shall delight yourself in the Lord, and I will cause you to ride on the high hills of the earth and feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father. The mouth of the Lord has spoken. What do most people do when it's the Sabbath? They do things for themselves. Don't we all? As far as the quote-unquote Sabbath, the biblical Sabbath goes, don't we all do what we want to do? Let's say, for example, because a lot of people say, no, I'm wherever for the Lord on that day. Well, let's say people go to church And then after church, they go to lunch. They just did what they wanted to do. And then after lunch, they maybe go see a movie. They just did what they wanted to do. And then they go home and read a random book. They just did what they wanted to do. Or they go work out. Or they go here, or they go there, go talk to people, visit family, do all these things. They just did what they wanted to do. See, one of the reasons why I consider every day the Sabbath, and the Bible supports it, is that every day you can do things to honor the Lord. The idea of the Sabbath was for you to take time with Him, to glorify Him in what you do. So people who truly follow the Sabbath in the old days, that whole day was dedicated to ignoring everyone else. And they would just spend time praying to the Lord, not doing what they wanted to do. They would commune with Him. They would commune with His Word. How can we do that today? Because most people don't have that ability today. Remember what I told you, how you can live, just the life you live can be glorifying to God? There's your Sabbath. It's a different way of fulfilling it. It's a different way of honoring God. Now, everybody does it differently. Everybody has a personal conviction on how they're doing the Sabbath. The Lord has led them, according to what their lifestyle is, to these certain ways of doing this. But in the end, it's all about a spiritual communion. In the end, it's all about a spiritual connection. The physical is nowhere near as important as the spiritual. You can get physically baptized, physically go to church, physically say amen. That's nowhere near as important as the spiritual rebirth. That's the one you need the most. So what he's talking about in here, you can go back and read it. It's near the bottom. He's talking about, and even here at the top, I want you to live for me on the Sabbath. The rest of the week was theirs. This is Israel. The rest of the week was theirs. They could do whatever they want. But that one day, this is the day I want you to live for me. And they would do good things. What did Jesus say? Is it unlawful to do good on the Sabbath? But if you do that every day becomes the Sabbath. Sometimes you want to do the wrong thing, but you're like, no, that's not wrong. I need to do the right. That's not right. I need to do the right thing. You just honored God. And we honor God on the Sabbath. You can make every day the Sabbath. The whole goal of the Sabbath is communion with God. The whole idea is time with Him. When we spend our time doing our own thing, we don't have time with Him. Every day, I have hours where I do my own thing. Today, I got to fix 2 pickup trucks, hopefully. Because in a couple of days, we're about to get some 100-degree temperatures, and it's going to last for a while. So I don't want to go out and mess around out there unless I have to. But every morning and every evening is my time with the Lord. So that makes every day the Sabbath. When I'm out in the public during the time I'm doing things for myself and I find an opportunity to do good or to share the word of the Lord, that's more time with the Lord. It makes every day the Sabbath. It's amazing. It's incredible. Just normal everyday things can be the things that we do that show God that we love Him and appreciate Him and honor Him and glorify Him. Guys, that was Isaiah 58. There's a much better fast than just the physical fasting. It's good, but there's a much better one. And it takes building up on that most holy faith and reading this word to understand that. Tomorrow will be Isaiah 59, separated from God. This was Isaiah 58. Guys, we got a week of bouncing around, but I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep on going. I know that they are going to, the powers that be are going to try to stop us from speaking on every opportunity. But There's other ways to speak. There are more powerful ways to speak. And that's what I'm going to use. Whether it's another channel, another platform, whether it's prayer. I can speak in prayer and I can achieve way more than just doing this. So we're going to keep moving forward. Can't stop now. Too invested in this. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.